Welcome. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. I'm Ann Blackwood, your Silicon Valley Sage Sister, here to bring consciousness to the forefront of your daily life to make life a little kinder and simpler. When we think about productivity as human beings, we think about it on a 24-hour daily solar cycle. But for anybody who understands things like astrology, that's kind of like getting your horoscope out of the newspaper just based on your sun sign, when we have all of these other planets that affect our person, our chart. So if you're gonna get your horoscope read anywhere, you'd want it to be through someone who's considering your entire birth chart that has all of the planets, not just getting it out of the newspaper that's only considering your sun sign. In this regard, as much as it is absolutely, as human beings, important to consider the 24-hour solar cycle when it comes to our productivity, you also want to consider the lunar cycle. This is one of the reasons why I have my bi-monthly energy readings, energy updates that I do over on Patreon. I'm about to do the next one for the new moon tomorrow, which is why I wanted to put this video up today. So, if you think about the moon cycle, the monthly cycle when it comes to our productivity as seasonal, because I love my gardening metaphors. I love talking about gardening the mind. So if you think about the monthly productivity cycle for human beings, going from the new to the full moon, and then from that full moon back to the new moon, if you think about it like seasons, it's most helpful. So we have from the new to the full moon, which is kind of like going from winter to the beginning of summer, where winter is all about clearing out the dead things, getting the ground ready to be planted, and then planting the seeds. And then from the full moon to the new moon, again, that's when we have, our gardening, you're watering your seeds and you're watching them grow, and then you harvest things. So if you think about that when it comes to your human daily and monthly productivity, being able to look at what time of the month it is to figure out where you are between the new and the full, or the full and the new moon, can help you be more productive. In that sense, for instance, from, as I said, the new to the full moon, that's the best time to start things. That's the best time to plant your seeds. Productivity wise, whether you're growing actual seeds or you're growing mental dreams, starting projects, any kind of project really, starting that between the new and the full moon is best. It doesn't have to be right on the new moon. My bi-monthly energy readings actually consist of and are good for that 2-week span. And I remind people of this, that it's not just about right on the new moon. That's also why I don't do them right on the new or right on the full moon. I do it after that 100% full or new has passed, because I'm actually picking up on the energy. I'm not trying to predict it. So my energy readings aren't just for that day, or aren't just for that sort of 3-day stretch that people like to consider. It's actually for that 2-week stretch, because it's important to realize, as I said, for instance, for the new moon, that that's when you want to be starting things. That's when, and not just starting things, but that's also the best time to be clearing anything out, whether it's actually physically cleaning or doing mental cleaning. Now, then we get to the full moon, and the way it was best explained to me, and the way I like to best explain it to others, is that once you've hit the full moon, anything that was before that is going to persist, is going to at least continue, if not grow. So for instance, if there's something going on and you want to get rid of it, you want to get it out of your life, and you haven't done so by the full moon, it's not going to necessarily be impossible, but it's going to be a lot harder to get rid of it between the full and the next new moon, which is why it's important to recognize that you want to not only be starting new things, but any cleaning you want to do is going to happen between the new and the full moon, because once you get to the full moon, that's when things start growing. That's when things continue on and persist. So that's the best time to work on things that you've already started and finish things, is between the full and that next new moon. And yeah, I think that's the long and short of it, really. So if you've liked this video, if you're enjoying my content, or even if you're not, please remember to subscribe. I need a few more subscribers before I can get my custom URL, which I would really love to have, so I can be youtube.com/balanceblackwood rather than youtube.com/randomly generated blah, blah, blah. And as well, definitely go head over to the link in the description where you can check out my Patreon. My Patreon is where my new moon energy update for tomorrow will be posted. It is where I have all sorts of amazing one-off content. I have my workshop replays, my series like Spirituality 101 series posted there. I have my intuitive lifestyle course, which is the one and only course I have or will be doing, because I realized after doing it, as much as I love it and stand by it because it is the basis of a lot of my one-on-one client work, I realized I was meant to be doing one-on-one client work. That's where I thrive best and find that I do my best work, and I want to be giving you guys my best. So that's going to be one-on-one mostly. You get access to my Sanctuary of the Awakened. That's how you join my VIP group, the Sanctuary of the Awakened. And you can also, if you're interested in my one-on-one work, my top tier of Patreon gives access to one monthly session with me a month, as well as the Voxer direct messaging that I use with my clients in between sessions, as well as all of my other Patreon content. So definitely go check that out. I have journal exercises, I have guided meditations, written meditations, all sorts of video content, all sorts of amazing stuff over on Patreon. And as well, if you get in now, I have my mailing list. That'll be a link down in the description there. My mailing list has one email a month, just the one, that's it, because I love signing up for people's mailing lists, but I hate getting so much email that I never read any of it. So I made sure that my mailing list consists of one email that's just the latest and greatest, up to date on what's going on for the month. And yeah, so if you sign up for my mailing list now, if you're not already, you will sign up in time to get in on the May monthly update that is going to be going out tomorrow. You will also get to take place in the poll that I'm doing for this May update. I want to know what you guys want to see me do. I have all sorts of fun ideas, but these videos are for you. They're not for me to just watch myself talk. They're for me to help you guys love to learning the things you want to learn. So let me know what you think by signing up for my mailing list and taking part in the poll. All right, guys, I think that's it. May the energy you serve you well. Remember to subscribe, and let's keep making our way through.